Welcome to the OFX podcast. I'm Dave Claxton. Along with me, as always, the little lass of labored lifting, Bethany McChesney, and Wes Robertson from Lifetime Games. So, Wes, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been telling Beth about Lifetime Games for like a couple of weeks now, maybe 3, 4 weeks. And then the last time I sent her a message, she's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "God damn it." So I thought the
Well,
best move would be to have you, and because I'm excited about it. I thought the best thing would be to have you on and let you just tell people what it is because I think at this point, like I mean, we've spoke on Matt's podcast before, but we
yeah,
actually end up having quite a different audience, especially because we are Canadian based,
cool.
and a lot of people out here probably don't know. So basically, roll it like what is Lifetime Games?
Yeah, so LT Games is Lifetime's, I would say, knock into the hybrid fitness racing space. As you guys know best, the hybrid fitness races have really taken off in the last few years, even more than they have in the past. So Lifetime wants to give members, lifetime members, but then also not lifetime members, non-lifetime members, an opportunity at another race. We believe that the race system and race course that we've developed, our 17 stations, choose your own adventure workout style, is a cool way to get athletes from all different formats, right? Whether you are DECA, whether you're High Rocks, whether you're CrossFit, whether you are Spartan, whatever background you have, we believe that the programming that kind of we have laid out with our 17 stations, which I'm sure we'll get to talk about, is the best place to get all of these athletes into one arena and let's see who really is the fittest out of everybody.
So straight up, when you say 17 stations, everybody's gonna freak out because they know that decimized. It's like 17, too fucking many.
Yeah, yep.
But it's not. It's not realistically 17. That'd be like saying High Rocks is 16.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Really what it comes down to, and man, I probably should have, I think you can kind of quote me on this if need to, or edit in if we need to. I believe that it's 11 different movements or cardio pieces. So there are 4 run events or 4 run stations. They decrease in volume. So we start with our longest run, which is our 1,000 meters. Then we go into a 600 meter later in the course, a quarter mile or the 400, and then the race actually finishes with a 200-meter sprint. So hopefully that makes Bethany feel a little bit better when we talk about 17 stations, right? The descending kind of amount of volume that we're having athletes do, and I'll even say station 16, which I've kind of called it's a speed bump on the race course. It is the D ball over shoulder, and that total volume is 400 pounds for male athletes and 300 pounds for female athletes. We have a 40-pound D ball, so that's 10 reps of that D ball over shoulder in the 16th station. So the volume definitely gets smaller as the workout goes along. So we've been, pleasantly surprised that even though it's 17 stations, the volume of work is just the right amount to really test our athletes.
All right, I'm gonna lay out, and you can tell me if I'm wrong because I'm going off the
Yeah,
website.
hit me.
I know there's been a couple of websites that might be a little bit off on the order. So I'm gonna go with this. And like you said, it is almost a choose your own adventure thing. So start out 1,000 meters, and that is on a self-propelled treadmill.
Correct. Yep. We have right now we have assault runners in the space, so all athletes will take off on the assault runners.
Okay. So then we go to station two, barbell deadlifts. Men have to lift a total of 10,000 pounds. Women have to lift a total of 7,500 pounds. So for men, you get three options, right?
Yep.
All right. 225 for 45 reps, 185 for 55 reps, or 135 for 75 reps. For women,
Correct.
165 for 46 reps, 130 for 58, or 95 for 79. All right, so that's what he means by the choose your own adventure. You can pick your weight and everybody. So I've been working on a different race of my own, calling HDX, and
Yeah.
everybody doesn't compete against each other. But in this, if I pick 225 pounds for 45 reps and Beth picks, well, and let's say we're the same sex,
Yep,
Beth
yep.
picks 95 pounds for 79, we are competing against each other.
Correct. Yep. So this is our kind of concept, and the thought behind this is whether you are um, right elite 15 or CrossFit Games athlete, you are competing technically the same course as every other participant. That's going through it. There's not different divisions or different. It's male or female that we have for divisions, but everybody is taking on the same course.
All right, so Beth, I'll throw this at you because I've done a sim of this, so I already know what I would do. So 165 for 46, 130 for 58, 95 for 79.
So when I looked through all of this, for the most part, I would be doing in the middle,
Yeah, okay.
except for the ball over shoulders. But everything, but that was what I was wondering too. When you do this, you don't pick like, like if I'm doing level one, level two, it's not like it's all across the board. All the level twos is what I do. I can pick at each station which one I want.
Correct. Yeah, you can swap back and forth at every single station. Your athletes will actually load their own barbell. So everyone's got a plan, right? And then you get off that first 1,000 meter run and you go to deadlift and realize that or those hamstrings are on fire and sometimes those plans change. So everyone seems to have a plan, but yeah, like you said, Beth, you can go the lightest weight the first and then go the heaviest weight the second, and then go to the medium weight for the dumbbell, ground to overhead. You get to pick at that station right in the moment.
So
So,
is part of the deadlift station loading and unloading your bar?
You have to load the barbell, but you do not have to unload the barbell.
Okay.
okay.
Yep. So we have lane resetters that'll come and clean the space up for the athlete right afterwards.
All right, so two questions just jumped to my head right away. One, what happens if someone screws up with putting their weights on and either goes too light or too, I assume there's going to be a judge watching them load it.
Yep, yep. The good news is we'll have a judge with every athlete at every single station. So the judge's scorecard will have the exact weights that need to be on the barbell to make sure that the athletes are loading it properly. So I can call out, all right, Dave, for 185, you need a 45 and a 25. Obviously, that's probably the easiest one out of, but the female barbell is probably the one that there's fives on the ends and so forth. But the judge will have a scorecard that will help the athlete remind them what it needs to be.
And
Yeah,
and
'cause doing barbell math in a race would like take me so
Yeah.
long.
I think the other thing to call to that is I have had a lot of people ask me like, what if I want to change my weight, right? I've got the you are allowed to change your weight, but if you decide to change your weight, you go back to zero. So
okay.
for instance, if you put
Ew.
225 on and you do 3 reps and you're like, "Oh yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do 42 more of these." You can swap out and go to a lighter weight, but your score goes back to zero. And the reason behind that, let's call it what it is. Judges have a tough enough job as it is. The last thing I want them to do is try to do math of, all right, Dave did 3 reps at 225, so he's at right. He's at 775. Now I have to.
Break
So
it back.
nope, you go back to zero. Yeah,
Well, then it
exactly. Yeah.
also creates a situation where like the strategies could be endless. So then you're like, I'm going to do 10 reps at this weight, and then I take some off, and then do 20 reps at
Yeah.
this weight, and then you know what I mean? That would get so confusing.
Yeah, that's hard on the judge, and we know the judge's job is arguably harder than the athletes at some point. At some points,
Mhm.
All right, Beth, so you say you're doing 130 for 58, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now in my sim, I did 135 for 75. Having
Yeah.
done that now, if I did it again, I would probably do the 225 for 45.
Yeah, that rep number is so high on the light bar.
yeah,
What I thought that too, but what I did was I actually broke it up into quick sets, right? So like bang, 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 really quick sets. I think I did, yeah, because it was 75. So I did sets of eight and then like a 4 second rest and then bang, 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 4 second rest, bang, bang, bang. So I
Mhm.
never got fatigued because I wasn't sure how the rest of the weights would hit me,
yeah,
right? So this is my first shot. Okay. Then we go 1,000 meters on the row. Simple, good. I assume adjust the damper anywhere we want. 750 for
yep,
the women.
yep. 750 meters for female athletes. I will say that and I don't know when this is coming out, but the athletes that take on LT Games, so we have Torque as our official equipment provider. They have their stealth rower. It is a fan rower, just like Concept 2, but it does feel a little bit different. Their fan is built a little bit different. So it's a little bit, I would say, more resistance. So normally on a Concept 2, I'm probably a 6 or 7 damper. On the Concept 2, I'm probably 2 damper settings lower than that. So it is a little different feel with the Torque stealth thrower is what they call it.
It's gonna be hard for me because I actually roll my concept on a 3, so we're gonna be down to.
Oh yeah, you'll be low.
Yeah, my wife rows on a 1, so can we like knock it like right
Yeah,
in?
well, I'll
Take a
special make one for
grill, crack her open. Anyway,
you. Yeah.
so yeah, so Beth, what do you think about that? About the women getting 750, men getting 1,000?
Um, I mean, yeah, it makes sense for them finishing in closer time.
Yeah, and yet the run is the same. So I'm all right with that actually, because the machines have always been kind of that weight. All right.
I mean, personally, that works better for me.
I'm really killing my
No.
only advantage over Beth here, though. Like this is the one thing I could always go to. She's gonna outrun me like mad, but I could at least hit her on a machine.
Yeah.
All right. Station 4 wall ball. Anybody in High Rocks, I know what you're gonna do with this. So it's technically 1,000 pounds. So for men, 20 reps or 20 pounds, 50 reps, 16 pounds, 63, 14 pounds, 72. Women, 16 pounds, 47, 14 pounds, 54, 12 pounds, 63. I went right to the 20 pounds for 50 reps. Beth, figured you're the same heavyweight, or you
No, I would do the 14-pound ball because that's what I
really
train with.
get
Interesting.
out?
Hmm.
I
I
guess
mean, I don't have a 16-pound ball. I could probably, I could probably, but I have the high rocks weights.
oh yeah, yeah. So all right. So you hit the middle again. All right.
Yep.
Again, I think that one to me, that's another station where you're almost going to recover on that one.
And the reps aren't too different. They're not different enough.
Yeah, you're looking at 7 reps, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but it is only 2 pounds.
I know, but
So I actually think I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. Anyway, all right,
mm.
then onto the ski erg, 1,000 for men, 750 for women. Box jumps, old school box jumps, full extension, I assume, right?
No, it's actually box jump over.
Oh, okay,
So,
box jumps. Okay,
yep.
there you
Yeah.
go. I could have went faster. I did full extension box jumps.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a box jump over. So 2 foot takeoff, both feet have to touch the box, and then athlete steps down on the other side.
So it's a step down, like
Step down. Yep.
to avoid that spring back Achilles deal.
Exactly. Nothing that's not what we want.
Okay, so men, 30 inches, 34 reps, 24 inches, 42, 20 inches, 50. Women, 30 for 25 reps, 24 for 32, 20 for 38. I actually did 20 inches for 50 reps.
Really?
I did. Just again, I was doing full extension, right? So I'd like jump up, stand up, back down fast. But they're just
Yeah.
moving quicker. And I think I would still do it, you
Yeah,
know?
I
Like a
think I would go
30
the
inch,
opposite.
I would maybe try the 24, but a 30 inch to get to step down on a 30 inch for me is a long step. I got stubby little legs. So that's a long step down. That would really slow me down. So I would maybe try the 24 now knowing it's a box over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
will
that's
say,
for his DECA height. So I think a lot of people are pretty comfortable with that.
yeah, I will say that all of the athletes that I've seen go through the race, I haven't seen anybody choose the 30-inch option.
That's like I don't mind it's not the getting up there, it's the getting back
Yeah,
down.
getting down.
Yeah.
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 It's like on that step, that's hard. So Beth, you're hitting the middle, 24?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's good. All right. Back to the treadmill, 600 meters and 600 meters. So we're going
Correct.
quicker here. Barbell shoulder to overhead press. And this one, I think, this one scares people, I think. Because at this
Yeah,
point,
and
I'm getting tired, and this is, for some people, this is some weight.
yeah, and I think this is a good time to mention to Beth if she doesn't know, Beth, we do have a 6-minute time cap at
Oh,
each
yes.
station. So this
Oh.
is this is the first this is the
This one I
first station.
might have time to have at.
This is the first
The reps
station
are so
where,
high.
yeah, we've got some people that do get a little nervous and get close to the 6-minute time cap for this one. This is probably the first stop in the entire course that 6 minutes is going to be a worry for some athletes.
Okay. So first off, establish this is not a strict press. You can do push press. You can do whatever you want, right?
Push jerk, push press, yeah, however you need to. Full extension, elbows got to be locked, knees and hips need to be locked.
Okay. So for men, 135 for 45 reps, 95 for 64 reps, or 75 for 80 reps. Women, 95 for 48 reps, 75 for 60, 55 for 82. Where are you going, Beth?
This one I would want to test, but I think I'd do the 55 pounds for that rep is number is so high. It's for 82 reps.
So again, having simming done my sim and being a little cowardly on this, I went with the 75 pounds for 80 reps and just broke it up again the same way. It was like I did 10 sets of eight with a really short rest in between, and I think I was nowhere near time cap. So
Yeah.
it'll go quicker than you think. And having done that now, trying it again, I'd probably bump it up, because 16
Yeah.
reps to the next one is a lot of reps, but 20 pounds adds up fast.
Hmm.
So I think you'd really, really go for it. But yeah, I'd probably jump to the next one. I mean, like I could probably do the 135. I just don't know what it would take out of me for the rest.
It is, as someone who's tested pretty much every kind of strategy, that 135 adds up. Once you get to 20, 25 reps, if you're not used to that amount of volume, it's a lot.
And what's
And I think
coming,
that's
what's coming
yeah, and what's
soon?
exactly right. I think that's the one thing that we've noticed, right? With LT Games, we have the competition coming up this weekend, but then we also have a class that we've been running to get athletes prepared. What we found is that overhead strength along with overhead volume is just not something that many people train, right? It is, I want to say it's taboo to train overhead. But if you are not, used to that type of volume, it does take a while to build up that kind of overhead strength. So we'll see this weekend. We'll see the athletes that are comfortable with that overhead, and most of them, at least the male athletes, we'll see them move in the 135. But I think that's going to be a kind of place for a lot of athletes to save some time where they need to.
All right. So we're both being sissies and we're taking the low weight on that one. Row machine, 600 for men, 450 for women. Cheater, Beth. And then dead ball box step overs. So this is essentially carrying a dead ball and step overs on the box. Carrying the dead ball in front on your shoulder any way you want.
However you want to. Yep, the ball just can't touch. Ball can't touch the box as you step over.
Okay. So um what is this? 600. So in trying to okay, yeah. So 30 inches for 20 reps, 24 inches, 25 reps, 20 inches, 30 reps. That's for the men. For the women, 30 inches, 15, 24 inches, 19, 20 inches, 23. And again, this one, I think I did the 30. Yeah, I think I did the 30. Just because I'm just keeping this. I knew this would be a fairly quick one. And I thought 5 reps.
You can step up onto a 30-inch box.
No, no, sorry, 20. My bad, 20. So
Oh, okay.
if I said 30, I meant 20. I thought for the 5 reps for me, that's not going to take much time. I'm just going to keep this easy, recover, nice, easy pace.
Yeah, I would do the low box too for this one.
Yeah, yeah. And again, it's that step
Extra
down
reps.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and sorry, and like I said, the weight for the ball is 20 for women, 40 for men. So, all right. Ski erg, 600 for men, 450 for women. Burpee box jump over. So we got a lot of going over boxes.
Hmm.
But I get that because that makes rules a lot easier to enforce.
Yep. Yep. The standards are easier to uphold.
All right. So burpee over box, do you have to be facing? Can you be lateral? How's that go? What's the standard for that?
The way the course is actually set up is it will be lateral. They'll be lateral.
Okay. All
There'll be
right.
a little angle, but you won't be able to go facing.
And can you step or do you got to jump?
They need to be jump. Yep, they have to be box jump overs, burpee box jump overs.
You jump entirely over the box if you want.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm just curious because somebody somewhere will ask.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just 2 feet, 2 feet, yeah, two
Two
foot,
feet takeoff.
2 feet
Yep.
jump, and then if you're on the top, step down again, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So 30 inch, 20 reps. 24 inch 25 reps, 20 inch 30 reps for women, 30 inch 15, 24 19, 20 for 23. What did you do in Beth?
I'd probably do the low box again and take a couple extra.
I did the same thing too. I did
Mhm.
the low one as well. I would maybe experiment with the 24 next time, but this one again, I was just playing it safe for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's only a couple more reps.
Yeah.
This is one I'll tell you, and I haven't got to meet either of you in person, but I'm not what some would consider a small body. So I'm a 220 to 230 pounds. This is one where honestly burpees are just not a thing that I enjoy. I've thought about doing the 30-inch box on this
Ooh.
just because I can jump. It's the getting off of it's the
Yeah.
getting down to the ground and getting off. That's the pain for me. So I've actually tested this once with the 30. So if there is a spot where we might see athletes choose the 30-inch box, it might be this one.
Yeah, again, I think for me it would be that transition to because
Off.
yeah, because like it actually the burpee would almost help me in my jump because it would come up from the burpee into that step jump, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That would actually help there, but that transition of one leg down from that high level and then the next leg down and then getting down to my chest, I think that would just slow me down too much.
Yeah.
And plus, who knows? I'm tired. I might miss a jump along the way. Yeah. All right. We're down to 13, 400-meter run. Nice and straightforward. And this is what I was saying earlier, which is why I took it easy on the shoulder to overhead is dumbbell ground to overhead. And this is two dumbbells at once. But this is my wheelhouse. This is one of my favorite movements. So we'll go through it. It is 100 pounds for 40 reps, 70 pounds for 58 reps, 50 pounds for 80 reps. Now that's divided in two. So 100 pounds is two 50-pound dumbbells, so on and so forth. Women, 70 pounds, 43, 50 pounds, 60, 30 pounds, 100. Beth, what are we hitting?
I think I'd go in the middle.
So you two 25 pounders for 60?
Yeah, yeah.
So I had intended when I did this to do the two 50 pounders. However, the gym I was at did not have 50 pounds.
Oh no.
So I went with 70 and I definitely would have been quite comfortable with the 50s. Like I said, this is one that this is an exercise I eat up all the time. This is one of my
Yeah.
favorite. So so yeah, that one I would take a good run there. So but I think a lot of people find these very hard.
And this is the second station I would say that 6-minute time cap is going to potentially come into play for some athletes.
Yeah. Now, when you just, I'm curious, Beth, when you're doing yours, okay, so you're going to do 60 reps. How are you breaking that up?
Um, I'd probably do what a set of 20 and then maybe 15s.
Yeah, and I think that's something like I did. It was like 20 or
Yeah.
25 for my first set.
Yeah, and then just see how it's going.
Yeah. All right. 15, 400-meter row, 300-meter row. 16, here we go. This is the speed bump.
The speed bump. Yep.
And I did question this the first time we talked. Okay, so basically dead ball over the shoulder. Beth's going to be in and out of this station in 20 seconds.
Yep.
Um, Men, you're using a 40 pounds for 10 reps, 30 pounds for 14, 20 pounds for 20. Women, 40 for 8, 30 for 10, 20 for 15. Beth, how quick are you doing those 8 reps?
Oh yeah. Like 20 seconds would be fair. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I did the same 10 reps for with the 40 and I was sub 30 seconds anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then this is the cool part and I like this. 200-meter all-out sprint to finish. And I think that's a great finish. I like to see because you're going to see so many people just try to do more than they can on that run. And like the Bambi legs kicking in. And did you
I
kick?
love finishing with a run. Like
Oh,
Hyrox doesn't have it, DecaFit doesn't even have it. Like I love finishing with a run.
yeah. Yeah. We've always said some of these races need like 100 to 200-meter sprint to finish. And just, especially after. Now, did you think about putting in here? You said it's a speed bump. Did you think about putting in here something that's like nasty on the legs? Like even maybe if it had been like some
Like lunges.
or like dead ball squats or something like that?
Dead ball squats was up there. I will say that it came down to equipment. We were hoping for like a sandbag clean, like a heavy sandbag,
Mhm.
right? Because at the end of the day, based on the volume and the numbers, it's 400 and 300 pounds that the females and males. I We were trying to get a 100-pound sandbag and then an 80-pound sandbag or I think 70-pound sandbag for the females. So it would have just been four. It would have only been 4 reps, but 100-pound sandbag clean or 100-pound sandbag over the shoulder does make that a little bit different. So there were a couple different options. We went with the D ball as just kind of that speed bump, but yeah, it would have been a different experience to have to do a heavy sandbag clean and then go into that 200-meter sprint.
All right. I admit I would have liked that one. I would have liked that one.
And here's the thing: the great news about this, and Beth, I'm sure at some point you'll see pictures of our layout. The great thing about Torque, who is our official equipment provider, every piece of our kind of rig and setup is all modular. So in 2026 or 2027, if we decide that we want to change the order of the exercises or where wall balls happen or where the shoulder to overhead happens, everything is plug and play. It's a couple bolts on that system and we can shift and move everything around. So I would say, Dave, don't crush your dreams that there's no sandbags just yet. There's always an opportunity for us to bring something in as we continue to kind of develop LT games and see what the future holds.
Well, I'm all about anything that gives me an advantage over Beth.
I have a question about how you're setting this up then, because they are going back to the row or the ski and the treadmills for the run.
Yeah.
Do you have two lanes of those, or are you having one group go through the whole thing and then you start another group?
Yeah, it's a great question, Beth. We actually have 4 lanes, and when we say lanes, they are all 17 stations are in a row. So like you move from one assault runner, with the assault runner that you do your 1,000-meter run is not the same one as your 600, which is not the same as your 400, which is not the same as your 200. So it's about 95 feet of equipment stations that you're moving down. So we'll have 4 lanes, and when we do our race this Saturday and Sunday, the heats are going to be in 15-minute heats. So an athlete starts at 8 a.m., or 4 athletes start at 8 a.m., then 4 more athletes start at 8:15 and 8:30 and so forth. So 15-minute kind of staggered starts so that the athletes can move down the course.
Have people submitted like their seed times and then you've lined people up?
They haven't. This was open to anybody and everybody. Athletes were allowed to sign up for their own registration times. We still have registration available. So, if you want to come down, Beth, and see what it's all about, I know a guy.
Only
But
Minnesota, Beth.
yeah,
No, I
athletes
am
are.
racing this weekend already, or
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
There you go. So athletes were able to choose their own time, and we feel confident with. We did the scratch paper math of even with the fastest athlete and the time caps that we have set on the 6-minute stations, we are confident that there will not be any kind of overlap between the athletes or someone will hit that 6-minute time cap and be DNF pulled off the course before someone were to catch them.
So one more thing about that 6-minute time cap. If you hit a 6-minute time cap, you can continue on.
You do continue on. So at the 6 minutes, say Dave, you only, you don't finish your shoulder to overhead.
Yep.
You still have 10 reps. 6-minute timer hits, you're moving to the next station. You get to keep going. You have the 6 minutes at that station. You also get a 6-minute penalty. So there's a 6-minute penalty. If there are 3 stations that you do not finish, that's when your race is over. Kind of a 3 strikes and you're out process. So after that 3rd station that you hit a time cap, that's when you would get a DNF and be removed from the course.
And the reason I brought this up before, and we had talked before, Beth, was some people who maybe look at this and say, I just cannot do that 1 or 2 things. They could actually take the time cap on those and then still finish the race. So if you were a person who say, I can't deadlift because of my back or because I'm just not strong enough or whatever the reason, you could literally sit there for 6 minutes,
Yep.
take the
Catch your breath,
take the 6-minute penalty, and then continue on and finish the race, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, and that comes down to is are your chances of winning kind of gone if that happens, right? Like you're probably not going to be a top five athlete in the prize money if you do that, but you still have the capacity of finishing.
All right. So I got a couple of questions here. One, Beth, how long you take? Rough.
Like this looks to me about like a 35-minute, 40-minute workout.
Woo!
Hmm.
So I was 57 minutes.
57.
7 minutes.
Okay, I have to test it.
And then Dylan, yeah, Dylan Scott just put out a 38.
39:40, I believe. So he was just under 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, so then no, I wouldn't be
I was like,
impressed.
Beth, we just met, but I love that confidence.
We're sending Beth a plane ticket. Come on, you got to
Yeah,
go
exactly.
to Minnesota.
Exactly.
So
So
actually,
so the 45-minute mark might be good.
yeah,
And then okay, so 17 times 6, that's the slowest someone could go.
Well, I mean, if they take 6 minutes on the first three stations, though, they're off the course.
yeah. So
So
you'd
you
have to
really
go
have to think about,
559.
yeah,
Yeah, but I yeah.
5:59. Yeah,
559 times 17.
So someone can't be slower than being able to run a kilometer, a sub 6-minute kilometer.
Yeah.
correct.
Hmm.
All right. You say this is on this weekend. My understanding is you are live streaming it.
We are live streaming. Yep, it'll be available through the Lifetime app and our YouTube page. So the Lifetime Athletic Events has a YouTube page that we'll be live streaming from.
How
And
many lanes do you have?
4 lanes.
So with an event like this, then um I would see an issue then with scalability.
Yeah, and that's actually something Dave and I had talked about in the past. This is not something I always have to kind of preface this. I'm signed up for my first High Rocks race in Dallas. I'm doing High Rocks because it seems amazing. But a lot of people will try to, oh, like Lifetime's trying to do like High Rocks. It's
no,
not, it's really not, because of, like you said, Beth, the scalability. This is going to be a definitely more intimate field of, we might, on a good weekend, we might have 250 athletes that we can really run through this course. So it is going to be a smaller, more intimate. You get a dedicated judge. Every athlete gets a dedicated judge, right, to them the entire time. So we definitely want to make it an intimate kind of athletic experience rather than, let's call it what it is, right? 10, 12,000. That's a business, which is great. It's doing amazing, but this is not a business venture for Lifetime. This is one part of the Lifetime enterprise.
1 hour, 41 minutes, and 43 seconds.
That's good math.
Is potentially the slowest.
That's the slowest. Well,
But there's no way because
wait,
there's
wait.
no way
That's not
someone's
entirely
gonna
true.
yeah.
Add another 12 minutes and 2 seconds to that.
If they were
Yeah,
to get
but I
time
mean
capped on two.
Exactly. Yeah.
it's not gonna take you 6 minutes to run 200 meters.
It might take you 6 minutes to do those dead ball over the shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got problems.
yeah.
I'm just, yeah, but that is mathematically the longest it could take is yeah, that is that. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
Some names. Who's coming this weekend?
Yeah, you mentioned one of them. Dylan Scott will be there. It was really cool to hear him talk, bring up LT games on his own. That was amazing. We secured Lauren Weeks. I'm super excited to see her take on the course as well. And then the cool crossover, we've got our official sponsors. I have to give a shout out is Noble and 10,000. So Noble and 10,000 are bringing some great athletes as well. 10,000 is bringing Noah Olson from the CrossFit space, which
Oh,
is
cool.
huge. Jack Driscoll is also coming. So I know him and Dylan have been kind of going back and forth on who's gonna win in the LT games. But then we've got Noble is bringing out Sam Dancer, Cole Sager, Alex Smith. So there's some there. I'm giddy, right? As an athlete who's watched all of these names on live streams, I'm super excited. I'll be professional the weekend, but as an athlete myself, I'm spending this whole week just really excited about getting to see these athletes throw down on the course.
I think it's gonna be amazing. And then so I think we talked before, but live stream, you're gonna stream everything, and then like the big pro wave, I guess your
Yeah.
four will be going at like 4 o'clock or something.
Sat yeah, Saturday we'll have live stream the entire time. We start at 7:30 a.m. So we'll live stream from 7:30 a.m. till about 2 p.m. Or till about 1:30 Central Standard Time. And those will be kind of stagnant cameras, right? The way we have this set up is the cameras will be able to see the entire lane. So you'll be able to see all the athletes that go on the course. We'll take a short little break to get set up for what we are considering our highlighted heats. So that's where we'll have some of the invited athletes going, and there that'll start at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that should finish, I would say, right around 3:30, 3:45. So from 2 to 3:45 Central Standard Time.
I mean, that's cool. I can't wait to watch that. I want to see like there's some good
Yeah.
names. Um, and you didn't one that I know that it will be a sleeper, Marcus Wallace.
Yes, yeah,
Marcus
super. He was
Wallace is
one of the first guys to sign up as well. I think he's a not too far away in Milwaukee, so he's a name that I've got an eye on. And then I would I would not feel good about myself if I didn't shout out. Name is Nico Bedone. He's a young up and coming CrossFit athlete. He was part of our content shoot, and he had the fastest time that weekend, which was just over 40 minutes. So he's going to be another guy with the adrenaline, with the other athletes there. He's going to be another name to kind of keep an eye on.
And you know, Christopher Glasky is going as well. That's another one that I.
Yes, yeah. That's the thing is, I'm like, there's so many of these great names. Shout out Chris, who just got engaged. Her fiance Austin is also coming out to compete too. So
Oh, Austin
it'll
could
be
be
cool.
scary, man.
It'll be cool to see them on the course too.
Are you familiar with Austin?
Yeah, well, I got to right. She introduced me, and of course I started following him on Instagram and saw the type of athlete he is as well. So
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
power couple.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And sorry, I didn't. Was Tara Jackson going to this one? I can't remember.
Tara is coming as well. Look at I just can't. There's so many of these cool names. Tara's coming. Janelle Teal, I
Oh,
know
yeah.
is a great athlete
My
who's going to
wife
be
just
there.
went, oh, for Janelle.
Nice. Nikki. Now I'm gonna butcher Nikki's last name, but Nikki Torgiani. She is a CrossFit Games team athlete who threw down and is a really, really strong female athlete. She'll be great back on the course. And then Will Carter is just a bowling ball of muscle. I'm following him on social media, and he's been putting a lot of work in on the cardio. He's going to be another game. These athletes are going to push themselves. I think the part that I'm most excited about is while you'll kind of get the heat times of everyone's finish time, you can't on the course, you don't know where everyone else is. So
Yeah.
there's no like, you can't really slack. There's no, I know I'm ahead of this person, so I can back off a little bit. You've got to be gas pedal to the floor the entire time. And I think that's why everyone seems to kind of, after that 200-meter run, end up on their backs trying to suck for wind, is because there's no letting off on this entire course. You got to push all 17 stations.
Well, and even if you were in a race with someone, you might not know what they've chosen to do at the next station. So they might end
Yeah.
up doing less reps, heavier weight, or whatever later in it.
Yeah.
That's something too, though. But if you are head to head, like let's say, like goofing around, you and I are head to head, we're going, and we get to those shoulder to overhead, or we get to the ground to overhead, and I see you pick up the heavier weights, it may influence my decision as to what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Yep. And the way the course, you'll get to see it in the live stream. The way the course is our four lanes. They're kind of bunched up together, where there will be times where athletes are looking directly at each other, whether on the salt runner, whether on the ski, where on the we tried to make this as right, like this is a competition between you, the person across from you, and then the other athletes as well.
So if you in fact have Jack and Dylan going against each other at the same time, can you please mic them?
Oh, that would be fun.
The
Yeah.
trash talk would be awesome.
Yeah, the smack talk. Yep.
All right. That's pretty much I got. Well, I guess one more question. And the athletes this particular weekend for this. Well, I guess a couple things. This weekend, there's some prize money on the line.
Correct.
How much
Yeah,
chase?
so it's a $20,000 prize pool. So between male and female, first place will win 5,000, second place will win 3,000, third place will win 1,000. fourth comes in at 750, and then fifth place will get $500.
Nice. All right. And then you probably don't know this information yet. But when's the next one? Where's the next one? And I guess kind of this is, and this applied like something I want to know. What's it cost? Like if you got the next one, what would it cost to enter?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't have the exact date or location for the next one. We are planning on building. That's a great part about Lifetime is we have some square footage that in our lifetimes that we can convert to LT game spaces. So we do have a plan to do more LT games race spaces, and then
Get going quick. You got a little girl coming in
yeah,
from.
yep, she's coming in. Jump up here, Austin. Want to say hi? Look at this. Say
Hey.
hi. So we don't know when the next race course where the next race will take place, but I can tell you that our current price point is 179 for lifetime members and then 199 for non-members.
Okay.
There's some VIP packages that come into that as well. We have in each of our lifetimes we have recovery spaces, so access to Normatec, access to red light therapy, access to the Target Center has red light and cryo and all these other cool things that'll be available for the VIP athletes that choose that package.
Awesome. Well, Wes, thank you very much. We're not going to keep you any longer. You got to do your
Of
thing.
course.
Um,
Appreciate it, guys.
really appreciate it. And I know this is definitely on my hit list. Like huge.
Awesome.
Yeah, it
Well,
looks really fun.
yeah, I'm excited to have you guys whenever the next one is.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Thanks so
Appreciate it,
much.
guys.
All right. So, Beth, question becomes head to head. What do you think?
What, me versus you?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be close because there's a lot of machines.
But you have shorter runs, and that's what worries me. So, not only are you probably a quicker runner, now, granted, there's not as much running.
Am I sorry, keep going.
Well, you're a quicker runner than me normally, right? But there's not as much running. But
Right.
you get an advantage because like right off the hop, you get a 250-meter lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't
But
know.
that can be eaten into pretty quickly with some of the strength stuff too. And like the machines. But I have less on the machines.
Less than the machines too. Like so,
Right.
so it's a 1K row. Even if I was to pull out and do I don't know, like say average like a 150 plate pace, you're probably going to average like a
205.
205, right? So 15 seconds per 500, that's 30.
Yeah.
But you're going 250 meters left. That's about the same.
Right.
So I think
I think it would be pretty close.
30 minutes. Yeah, right. It should be done 30 minutes for sure. Anyway,
No. I mean, I didn't I haven't heard anybody's sim times or anything. So,
I had when I did mine, I had no idea, right? So
yeah. You
I
said you were 57?
57, yeah, 57 low.
Yeah. The thing that I would find with this one though is I would have to write it all out. Like remembering what comes next and how much weight and reps is kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Like I can only imagine they must have this is something I wanted to ask too. They must have signage or something as you're coming up to it. There's a lot of thinking that would go into
There
this, like
is. No.
remembering random rep numbers
And
and
like you
stuff.
said, though, it is directly in order. And I was going to make a joke and say you didn't consider putting it like 1, 8, 4, 3, 9. That would be a good idea.
I'd be done for, done.
Apparently, some people think that's a good idea. But yeah, I'm sure that the judge must really keep you dialed in as to, okay, here's your weight options. But this is an event I think just like I would love to have a coach on the sideline reminding me what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
Especially if I had like a plan going in, like this is what you wanted to pick. This was the
Right.
plan.
I would have it written all over my arm. It gets stationed like what's coming next even. And because even the machines and the running change their value also.
Yeah. So, but I think it's good. I mean, it's completely different than all the other stuff we're doing.
Oh yeah, it sounds so much fun just because of the variability of it. It just the biggest thing that with this one I think is it just there's no scalability and I think it would actually be really hard to do in like in a gym such situation just because I mean for me I only have one set of rowers So I couldn't send a group and then send another group 10 minutes later, like you can with DECA, because once you've done a station, you don't come back to it. So it would be kind of hard for people to replicate it on their own in a gym situation.
Yeah, I think this is like he said, this is a pure they're doing it for them. I think it's more of a it's it's almost like one of these things. I don't think they really care if it makes any money. It's
Yeah. It's
there's a
giving an option.
there's a promotion of the gym.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of hiring like a fancy endorsement person, it's oh, you can do this and then you can train for this at our gym
Yeah.
where everything that you need to do is right there. And
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know from a business perspective how it works, if it's a great idea or not, but for me, as far as a something fun to train for, yeah, man, that sounds awesome. When I did the sim, I enjoyed it. I'm like, this was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and just being able to tweak it a bit. So I'm down. So I think yeah, I should have checked my air miles. I'm like having a little FOMO. I'm like, I would have went to Minnesota. Dude, they
Mhm.
sent them free shoes. Noble sent them shoes.
They did really well with the sponsor situation here.
Cheryl Snow, she got herself a pair of Noble shoes they sent her.
Wow.
Like I was thinking as soon as I saw this too, Carolyn and Lexi.
Oh gosh, they would have smashed it.
Yeah, yeah. I think we once this one runs over, I wish I'd thought of it earlier. I gotta get a hold of them and say this is something that you want to go, especially if they do more with prize money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
uh, I'm excited. It's gonna be great. I will be watching. Actually, I will be watching. We're just gonna talk about Deca today. We'll do that next week because we've already talked about. But I do want to say like this weekend I'm gonna do a Deadly Dozen Strong.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna do solo and then a relay with Rye. So we'll see how that works. So, but other than that, man, I am 100% going to be watching all of this, especially that like scenes. Lauren is going to obliterate this thing
Oh, Lauren's gonna destroy this. Yeah.
because her engine
She'll
com
go sub 40.
combined with her CrossFit background.
And she's compact. Like I hate to say it, but someone like Dylan, just the length, the extra time it takes him to have something touch the ground and go all the way over his head
Yep.
with his like long limbs at half the time of someone like
And
Lauren.
I'm wagering Dylan's not doing heavier weights.
No, no, no.
Like I
But Lauren could for probably all of it.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I'd say Lauren would do the heavier weights for all of it. I think Lauren Rentala might be going too, but I don't know how she's done. I know before she had some foot issues going on,
Yeah.
so I don't know if
Yeah,
she's
she was.
100% or not.
Yeah.
But I know normally this would be a very good event for her too.
Hmm.
And Tara's been on fire. Like,
Sarah will do great. Yeah.
and then like you said, Janelle, this is just right up her alley. And this is just something I want to watch.
Yeah.
And not to mention all the CrossFitters he said are going there. Like that's
Yeah, that male lineup on the CrossFit side looks really good.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So
I will be running 50K, so
I
I mean,
know, and
I won't be
I,
watching
I'm very interested to hear about your 50K next week afterward and see how it goes. Where is your 50K?
it. It starts in Godridge and then it ends in Auburn, so it's a point to point along the Maitland Trail.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ready? You feeling good?
the nerves are setting in. Yeah, this is a totally new experience for me, so but I am excited. I'm there's a very much curiosity with this one that like the excitement and the nerves are mixed with I'm just so curious what 45K, 48K, what that feels like in a race situation and how my body's going to handle it, like how my stomach's going to handle the fueling. We've definitely put in the work and I've learned so much. And I subscribed to some different blogs and stuff of some ultra runners, and like I've really been trying to use it as a really big learning experience for me. And it's helped me a lot even as a coach. Like there's a lot that I've learned. Um, that's just, a whole new it's interesting because I mean I've run my whole life, but ultra running is so into a realm that I've never really experienced before because it's so different in that the fueling is such a big part. Like being able to sustain an output when we're talking like over 4 or 5 hours. I've done Spartan races they've taken me 5 hours, but I mean, I definitely didn't optimize nutrition. You just kind of wing it and like take a gel.
OCRWC 2017.
What's that? Or five and a
OCRWC
half hours
27, 5.5 hours.
with probably two gels because I did
I
I
didn't have
like
nothing.
well, it was a 15K, so you
I
don't
didn't, I
think it's
didn't,
gonna take you 5 hours.
I didn't bring nothing.
I think I had two gels. Like I'm surprised I didn't, but I mean it shows like I didn't die.
I had a
Our
salt
bodies
tab
can
from
handle an awful lot.
I had a salt tab from Dan Davies.
Actually, I forget what race it was. Once I actually pulled a Gatorade bottle out of the bush that I found discarded and I drank it. I was so desperate. I was like, well, I'm dying one way or the other, whether that's poison or
I won't poop to win, but I'll drink trash water.
oh yeah. Well, it was blue, I remember. So I was like,
Well,
it's
that means it's
got to
safe.
be Gatorade. It's got to be
Nothing
Gatorade.
bad could be blue.
Well, I like 2017, 2018 was before they had properly spaced water stations. You know, there'd be a beast and there'd maybe be two. So there was just, and this was probably before I would have worn a hydration vest. Because
Like
again, I just,
I was sure was going to title this something about, LT games, but it's absolutely going to be Beth drinks trash water.
and doesn't die. I didn't die.
All right, so big ultra 50K. That's amazing. Did now my own I have a little experience with the world's toughest and platinum rig. And the one thing I learned was you need all the proper fueling, and you also need something that you'll just want to eat because you'll want to eat it.
When you get palate fatigue,
Yeah, yeah. Like just something that, the guilty pleasure almost.
like
Like
when it's over or that you can't
no
take
during
it.
because yeah, like almost during. Now it's different because you're not doing multiple loops, right? You're a
I
point.
know. So this is the hard part is I can't carry, like I won't be carrying everything. So there'll be I'll have to rely a little bit on the aid stations, which I'm okay with. I know I get super sick pretty quickly with sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about something just like, and I know it seems like beef jerky or something like that, like if sweet gets you.
Yeah, that might be a good idea to carry something like that.
Yeah, or
Because I
even
also find I
cheese
need
strings.
cheese curds. Yeah, carry them. That's not a bad
No,
idea.
I'm serious. Like when I did the World's Toughest Mudder and stuff, like yeah, I ate all the stuff I'm supposed to eat, and then if only I'm like, I just need something. I need like something good, something I just want to eat. I have
But yeah, I need salt.
a buddy of mine had used to do Ironman, and getting onto the bike, he had a Subway sandwich
Oh.
because he's like, I
Only.
that's what I want. So anyway,
Yeah,
I'm just saying that yeah, your body it just sometimes it's like I can't tolerate all this
like the
goo
gels. Oh,
gels, and I need something that just my body likes. And
yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll have to think about that a little bit more too.
and
Yeah. And the nutrition part is definitely what makes me nervous because I wouldn't say I have a strong stomach. I'm a pretty easy puker. And as soon as I hit like that gag reflex gets going, it's like game over. I'm just puking.
well, I'm sure it's gonna be epic.
Hmm.
Take lots of videos and lots of stories and stuff because we're
Yeah.
paying attention. Is there like a leaderboard or something like that I can follow you on kind of thing?
That's a good question. I don't really know. It's called the bad thing.
The bad
I'll
thing?
look, yeah, I'll look it up. I'll
All right.
look and see if there's a leaderboard, but
Yeah.
mhm.
And if there is, she'll put it on her stories. We'll
Yeah.
put it we'll put it on NoFX stories. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Beth. I think we've taken up enough time. Take us home.
Yep. Yeah, thanks so much for listening. Good luck to everyone racing this weekend at the LT Games. It does sound super exciting. Yeah, represent it well. So it's so good when these companies come out with other options for us because we know really good race options can be hard to come by and sometimes just hard to get into. So good luck to everyone racing, or if you're doing something else, good luck on that too. But yeah, thanks again for listening and everyone take care.
Take care.